If you choose to type up your math using Microsoft Word, there are some things that you should know so you know how to do it. So right now, I have open Microsoft Word 2019, the desktop version. If you use Office 365, it will look a little different. So in order to add an equation, I have this blank document. You go to Insert, and then to the right here is a button that says Equation. So you just click there, and then you have a spot where you can type in equations. Defaulting here are very commonly used symbols. We have the plus or minus symbol, the infinity symbol, equals, not equal to, approximate, the multiplication, division, lots of commonly used symbols, and you can hit this drop down, and then that gives you more symbols. And you can hit the drop down so you can change it to Greek letters. So if you have to use like pi, letter-like symbols, these you may not use very often. Operators, so these are the things like addition, subtraction. We have some operators for calculus here. We have arrows, so you can use various arrows. Negated relations like the not equals to. Scripts, so you won't really need to use any of those. And then geometry, like if you're trying to indicate angles. So I'm going to go back to basic math. If you want to add a fraction, you just hit the fraction and then you choose which kind of fraction you want. If you need exponents or subscripts, you hit the script button. So an exponent would be the superscript. Getting a subscript, something below the letter, would be a subscript right here. If you need square roots or cube roots, there are defaults for the square root and the cube root, and you can also make any root. And then if you need to type the quadratic formula, that's actually right here, so you can get that right away. In calculus, you may need to do integration. So the integral button will have various different types of integration. You have regular integration, and then you have integration with limits, and then there's also double and triple integration. And then there are contour integrals, and if you scroll down, you actually get the differentials like dx, dy when you're taking those integrations. The large operator, that has things that you'll use in pre-calc and in calculus. You often have to do sums. So this is the regular sum, and then this is the sum where you would have limits on it. And then you don't really use any of these other buttons, so you don't need to worry about those. The bracket area, this is very helpful. It has parentheses, it has brackets, it has curly braces. It has absolute values, so that's actually right here where it says vertical bars. That's how you get absolute values. And then if you're in pre-calc where you're doing matrices, you might find some of these useful, specifically these cases in stacks. So the stack object is useful for matrices. And if you're in algebra or any class where you have systems of equations or piecewise functions, then you would use this one. So this would be a case with two conditions for a system of equations with two equations. And then you can have three here if there's three equations for your system of equations. The function button here, this is where you can find your trig functions, your inverse trig functions. You don't really need to worry about the hyperbolic functions or the inverse hyperbolic functions, as a common tangent is sine over cosine. Accent here. So this is if you need things above your symbol, like a little hat symbol. You won't really need any of these, but if you want to add notes, like if you want to have like a curly brace and then a note underneath it, you can use this symbol here if you have arrows that you want to put on top of things. If you want to box your formula, you would click here, but probably won't use that too often. For the end of pre-calculus and for calculus, you will need the limit, and then in regular algebra, you'll be doing logs and natural logs, so you can find those all under the limit and log operator. If there's a base on your log, you would use this first one. Otherwise, if it's base 10, you'd use the regular log. The next operator symbol, you won't really need this too much. This is just some additional arrows that you have on top of things, but not really needed. And then this last one is for matrices, so if you need to type up any matrices. These are empty, but they don't include the brackets. So in order to do a matrix, you would have to actually first enter in the square bracket right here. So I'll just type that, and then you need to click in the box, and then you choose the size of your matrix. And so if you have a 3 by 3, you can just type this. If you have something like a 3x4, then you would type 2 of these. So actually you would start by hitting the 1x2, and then inside each box you can do the 3x2, and then that will give you your 3x4 matrix. And then that way you have the correct symbols there. So when you exit out, then you don't have the equation anymore. You click back in, and then you just go up here to design, and then you're back to here. And you can always copy and paste, and so that you can have it on another line, and then that can help you if you're trying to type up your work.